Alright, 8:16 a.m. on Sunday, May 23rd. Pulling into the Colonial Town Park Publix. I'm starting almost an hour later than I would prefer. I mean, I was ready to go before 7. It's just there were no batches at all, except for like these absolutely horrendous batches. So this was the first thing I saw that was even halfway decent. I like this store, it's huge, and I know most of the people who work here. Problem is, this store is always freezing. Anyway, so this batch is a double. I think I've shopped for both of these people before. Looks like it's 60, man, it's 64 units, and only 41 items. Where am I? That's my parking spot here. But I just checked what people wanted, and it's mostly produce. So it's like they want like 5 lemons and 10 limes. So that's where that high unit count comes from. Alright, 8:18. I should be back in the car by 9, right?
That was easy. I thought I was going to have to use 2 carts, but I was able to fit everything for the first guy in the little cart. So I'm just going to shop customer B now.
Hey, I said 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock exactly right now. Thankfully, fairly short delivery distance, so we should be done by 9:30. Which means this whole thing will only have taken about an hour. That's really not too bad.
Alright, this person in this rich gated community left me a cash tip. Let's see what it is. Of course, they sealed the envelope. Is it a check? That would be hilarious if it was a check. Well, it wasn't a check, but it was $20, so that order was definitely worth it. Now let's see what's going on here. Kind of shitty. Well, let's get out of these people's driveway before we find the next batch.
Alright, it's 9:36. I'm sitting in a Texas Roadhouse parking lot. It's been about 10-15 minutes since I dropped off that last order. So I just turned on Uber Eats, and they just sent me 2 crappy orders in a row. One right down the road, but no tip, so I'm not going to McDonald's for $2. The other one wanted to go like 15 miles north. No thanks. Alright, I was like this close to picking up this Uber Eats order, a second one at Starbucks, and all of a sudden Instacart blew up. I saw a $28 Sam's Club double in there. Nothing too heavy. Stuff I'll actually be able to fit in the car. And Sam's Club is about a mile around the corner. It's not too far from here. So I started heading down to Altamont Springs, turned on Uber Eats and DoorDash because there was nothing on Instacart. And of course, as always happens, after about a minute of that, an awesome, well, I don't know if you call it awesome, but pretty good, a $40 double for Publix came in on Instacart. It's actually a pretty big order. I think it's like 53 items, 63 units. But it's going to be easy to shop because it's like one cart for each customer. So I'm just going to shop customer A, put their cart away, and then shop for customer B. That's the easiest way to keep doubles and triples separated. When you use one cart and try to keep track of whose goes where, I mean, I can cut down your shopping time, but you just run the risk of getting something mixed up, like what happened to me a couple weeks ago when I got those steaks mixed up. So one cart per item. Alright, it's 11:30. I know this is going to be a big order. This is going to take me like at least an hour. Well, it's probably going to take me about 45 minutes to shop, and then another 5 to 10 to check out and load the car up. So if I can get back in the car by 12:30, that'd be awesome, but I think it's going to be closer to like 4 to 1.
Alright, knocked out the first shop in just under 24 minutes. Only 18 items left, and it is just about noon. Yeah, I might be back in the car by 12:30 after all. Let's see. Alright, 38, almost 39 minutes. This deli was supposed to be ready a half hour ago. I've checked it 3 times. Every time I check, it's not here. Let's see. Oh my god, it's actually here. Nice.
I can't believe it. I'm back in the car by 12:30. In fact, I would have been back probably 5 or 10 minutes sooner, but they didn't have the deli ready. I had to circle back like 3 or 4 times. I think I delivered this person before, and they had their kids come down, like they're in a apartment building right down the road. It's a real pain because you have to get buzzed in unless you have a code or whatever, but they had their kids just come down and with like a wagon like I have. So
okay, this is a hilarious first time. So these 2 buildings here, the one on the left is 255, the one on the right is 252. Drake. I've never had a double or triple where I had to go to both buildings at the same time. This door might even be open. Nope. By the way, there's no directory outside this door, and I was just waiting for the customer. And that lady just came out, so I snuck in. The problem is, I think this door locks behind me. So this customer better be home. We're going to be trapped in here. Okay, exactly what I thought was going to happen happened. I am trapped in here. There's a emergency exit over there, but it says, do not open, alarm will sound. So what the fuck? How am I supposed to get out of here?
anyway, it's just about 1 o'clock. There is absolutely nothing in the queue. A $7 no tip Aldi order. So I'm just gonna find some place to park in the shade and eat lunch. Alright, I've been sitting in this parking lot for like a half hour, eating lunch, watching the queue. I can't believe how shitty the Instacart queue was. They've all been sending me pretty much crap. But I reluctantly took a $6 order on DoorDash for a Mexican restaurant out of this shopping plaza. Alright, we're gonna try something I don't think I've ever tried before. 4 deliveries at the same time on 3 different platforms. So while I was waiting in there, I got a double Uber Eats for this Colombian place, which is in this plaza but way on the other side. And there's a KFC. It's like they're like right next to each other basically. And I got a Grubhub for Which right next door to where I just was. Alright, good news, bad news. Good news is the order was already ready. The bad news is I thought it was for this KFC over here. Well, you can't see it, but it's like right across the street. Turns out it's for a KFC way on the other side of town. Instead of 21, I don't know what this is going to be, but it can't be too bad. So triple stack. One from each platform. Alright, it's 2:26. I just dropped off the third of that trifecta. Man, that took... Yeah, I mean, it was just about an hour to do all 3 orders, although I was sitting in the restaurant there for a while. Yeah, so while I was... I forget if I was driving or if I was waiting somewhere, but I checked Instacart and there was like a $35, $38 triple in there. Scooped it up. The problem is I'm way on the east side of town now. I gotta go all the way back to the west side of town, and it's 6.5 miles, and there's really no highway shortcut. This is going to be a photo finish because I just got my first warning. Please start your batch. Oh my god, it's actually green. But will it stay green? Come on. Yes! I think once I pass this light, this is not the first time this has happened to me. Yes! I got it! It's letting me... I hit start shopping even though I haven't pulled into the parking lot yet.
All right, here's part of the show where we crunch the numbers. All right, so I had that $20 cash tip. Man, that was nice. Just the one Grubhub for 10, the one DoorDash for 6. Had 5 total Instacart batches for $163.57. Now this is actually an extra $14 than what you saw because at the time, when I finished that triple, you might have noticed that it said customer C bumped their tip from 3 and change to 10 and change. Well, at the time they didn't do it like right then and there. It was probably not for a few hours later. So at the time, I was only at $195, and I was like, I want to take one more batch to get over 200. So I took this $14 one for the store I had just come from. So it was only like a mile from where I was to the store, and then a mile from the store to the customer. Knocked the whole thing out in like a half hour. And oh yeah, I had those 2 Uber Eats. So a grand total on the day for $216.84. If you subtract the gas, it was $211, but still really, really good. And you know what's really nice is this was only like technically an 8-hour day. I left the house at 8, started work at 8:15, broke for lunch at 1, came back 1:30, and left the last delivery at 4:45. I think I got home at 5. So technically I worked 8 hours. I mean, you could say 8.5 or more if you want. But yeah, hourly wage, $27.11, and I only drove 74 miles. I can't believe that. Usually a day like this I would do like over 100, maybe like 120, but 74, yeah, it's really nice. Staying on that west side of town that's a great day. So yeah, while I got you here, I want to plug all the usual stuff. So of course, check out my store, the gigeconomystore.ecwid.com, if you want to get these trackers that I use. If you want to talk to me on the phone for an hour, plus I have signed copies of my books, and I'll customize a tracker for you for $19.99. Of course, check out Cover. I've been plugging this forever. I don't know why more people aren't signing up with this. Plus, you get your first month free with me if you just click that link in the description below. And of course, let me plug my social media. I'm Chad the Gig Economist on Instagram and on Facebook. There's my fan page. So check that out. All right, so if you watched all the way to the end, you are awesome. Thanks for watching. I got more interviews coming up, more Instacart how-tos coming up, and some other general gig economy how-tos coming up. So be sure to hit that subscribe, click the bell icon, and I will see you guys real soon.